do you think so many of your fellow four stars, if you will, felt the need to speak out this week?
At the end of the day, Chuck, everybody in the military swears an oath every time they are promoted in rank. I did it as a midshipman at the Naval Academy and again up to four-star admiral. That oath is to support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. This is a moment when I think many of us watch the use of active duty military to clear peaceful protesters out of Lafayette Square, and it rang echoes of what the founders feared more than anything, which was the use of armed active duty military against citizens, and they built safeguards in, including the First Amendment. So I think the spectrum that kind of runs from very reticent Jim Mattis, John Kelly, who were part of this administration, to people like me kind of in the center, to people like General John Allen and Admiral Bill McRaven, who've been quite critical, that whole spectrum jumped and felt that shock of watching active duty troops clear peaceful protesters. Wrong answer.
I'm curious, it struck me today, being NATO Supreme Allied Commander, you didn't live in the United States, you lived overseas. Being an American diplomat overseas that, say, in Hungary, say, in China, say, in Brazil, you get where I'm going here. Are you concerned about our loss of international moral authority?
I am, Chuck, and it often, before I was NATO commander, I spent 4 years, 4 stars, in charge of all military south of the United States. It's called U.S. Southern Command. So I spent a lot of time with the governments and the militaries of Latin America and the Caribbean, who, let's face it, have a long history of dictatorships and repression. They've come a long way since the 60s and 70s, but I spent a lot of time talking to those leaders, making sure that they continued on that path. I never thought I would be criticizing my own government in that regard. It's a shocking turn. And to your point, yes, it reduces our moral influence and our leadership role in the world. We had to worry about that deeply.
If you're Secretary Esper or